It's been wonderful to record your music, Stuart, and I suppose it would be good to talk about just sort of where we first met. Yes. And it was on my year out after school, and I was a choral scholar at Wells Cathedral, and we sang quite a bit of your music. And the piece that really stuck with me was the Reproaches that you wrote for Good Friday, and it's one of my lasting musical memories of being in the place.
It's really sweet of you to say.
and I knew that just after that I wanted to commission you to write for this choir. And I knew after it being the Reproaches that I wanted it to be a Lenten text. And we arrived at these tenebrae responsories for Good Friday, all 9 of them. And we've only recorded one here, which is eight to do in the future. But I mean that's where our journey started, really, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and this sort of process that we've been through. For me, it's been so richly and encouraging and rewarding experience. And you know, as you said, it turned out that actually was 40 minutes of very intense choral writing.
So what we've recorded here is just the 5th movement of these 9 tenebrae responsories for Good Friday. We've got more to do as the years go on. But I mean, why don't you set the scene for us as to sort of where this movement lies, both sort of in the liturgical journey of these responsories, but also sort of in the musical narrative, because so you're a wonderful composer motivically, and sort of there are connections that you find through these movements.
Oh gosh. In looking at an overview first, perhaps, it took a good number of weeks for me to find that overall structure in my mind, as to how these challenging words might be put into singing. I really wanted difference in these responsories, and particularly so in the varying harmonic language, but also in the sort of little mini stories that each one had. But I also wanted to embrace the whole 9 responsories. As you know, that I found little musical shapes that would recur. And rather controversially, perhaps, you know what I'm going to say, I occasionally changed a few but significant Latin words into English.
Yes.
To make the message hit home all the better. For me, it is in just beautiful Latin. And they take well, you don't need me to tell you this. There's a difficult and emotional journey through Christ's betrayal, trial, march to Golgotha. That marching one, just before this movement we've recorded. Yes, and then of course Christ's final words from the cross.
It is important. Very important stuff. It's the focal point of the Good Friday message. Is these responsories that we've set.
Yes, absolutely, dead right. From the start, I knew that this responsory had to have an alto soloist.
Yeah,
had to be in B minor. And the first 3 notes had to be F sharp, D, and C sharp. 3 notes, of course, that start here. Barnabas, my rather sort of odd nod to JSB.
Oh, yes.
The previous responsory is very stark and militaristic, as you know, and the following one very jagged. So therefore, these few minutes of consonance, though still charged with lament and loss, are my modest efforts to give, or to try to give, some space for thought and reflection in that music.